Hello, I'm Kevin Watler, and this is your CMR Daily Buzz. Home Gas, Cayman's oldest operating and first energy provider in the country, is under new ownership. As of September 1st, Foster's Group Holdings took ownership of the propane provider from the company's original owners, Bodden Holdings. Starting with only 2 cylinders of gas and 4 propane stoves, Captain Theo Bodden began the journey to open Home Gas in 1957 as a way to ensure his customers, then heavily reliant on kerosene, would have an affordable, reliable source of energy. Now, 65 years later, Home Gas operates a large-capacity propane facility and provides sustainable energy solutions to all 3 islands. Cayman Airways has responded after a controversial move the airline made to promote soon-to-retire pilot Cal Thompson to captain. According to a press release, 4 senior Caymanian Boeing 737-8 first officers are in the pipeline for upgrade to captain on the jet fleet within the next 18 months, having each already been assessed for their captaincy and command potential. The Caymanian pilots who soon may be flying left seat are First Officers Troy McCoy, Tarek Goring, Brian Seals, and Jeffrey Connolly. The statement added to address the airline's more immediate and temporary need for at least one additional captain to cover the anticipated increases in flying the B737-8 fleet this winter, coupled with the challenges presented by scarce simulator availability for required training through the winter of 2022-2023 for the 4 other candidates. President and CEO Fabian Worms said that previously qualified Caymanian pilot Kel Thompson was recently reinstated to captain from his first officer position for the remainder of his career. He retires from flying at age 65 late February 2023. Public service pensioners have received a one-off sum of $450 on Thursday, which was added to their pension payment for August. The payment was funded by the Cabinet to assist public service pensioners with increased living expenses linked to high fuel cost. The one-off payment matches the $150 per month honorarium that was paid to civil servants during June, July, and August. Premier Honorable Wayne Panton said the government was pleased to be able to support this payment to public service pensioners. The National Heroes Day 2023 nomination period has opened and will be open until midnight October 16th. The theme for National Heroes Day is volunteerism and charitable services. The nominations process must be done online, and the public is invited to fill in the nomination form for individuals or charitable organizations which fit the categories and criteria outlined on the application form. To access the nomination form, visit the Ministry of Youth, Sports, Culture, and Heritage website. On Saturday, September 17th, the Cayman Islands Government Office in the United Kingdom will host the 2nd annual Cayman Day in the UK, a special event in London for Caymanians and friends from across the UK and Europe. This year's event will take place at the Snoozebox Canary Wharf Hotel in London. Over 100 Caymanians and friends joined last year's Cayman Day. Cayman Brack's oldest resident, Vera Virginia Rankin, has died at the age of 102. Mrs. Rankin died in hospital last Monday. Mrs. Rankin lived at the Kirkconnell Community Care Center for the last 7 years and was hospitalized last month after becoming ill. A Thanksgiving service for the life of Mrs. Rankin will be held at 2 p.m. next Sunday, September 11th, at the Church of God Holiness Spot Bay in Cayman Brack. Those attending the funeral services are asked to wear blue, which is Mrs. Rankin's favorite color.
Stormwatch 2022 is brought to you by Home Gas, your propane experts before, during, and after the storm.
It's getting busy in the tropics. The National Hurricane Center is tracking 3 systems. Hurricane Danielle is located about 900 miles west of the Azores. Now, Danielle is expected to turn subtropical later this week. Right now, it poses no threat to land. Now, there's also Tropical Storm Earl. It got close to the Leeward Islands and is now eyeing Bermuda. Tropical Storm Earl is forecast to strengthen to a hurricane by the middle of the weekend. A major hurricane will be the first of the season by the weekend if it does that. Now, the third system being monitored is a tropical wave off the west coast of Africa, southeast of the Cabo Verde Islands. Now, this system has a medium chance of turning into a named storm sometime this week. We'll keep our eyes on that system for sure. Now, we are in September, which is when the tropics get a lot more active, so be storm ready, Cayman. Now, for your CMR weather update is brought to you by WG Charters. Sunrise at 6:11, Partly cloudy skies today. The temperature rises to the high 80s when the high temperature is at 87 degrees Fahrenheit and the relative humidity is at 69% like the forecast calls for. The temperature will feel around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds east at 5 to 10 miles per hour, then the sun sets at 6:37. At nighttime, the temperature falls to the low 80s. Looking forward, similar weather conditions are expected. Remember, it is summertime, so those hot days, warm nights with scattered showers are very typical for this time of year. CMR weather updates are brought to you by WG Charters. They offer private boat trips for a great price, so we encourage you to support them. Now for some regional and international news. Flooding in Pakistan is now responsible for approximately 1,300 lives lost and 12,500 people injured. Over 33 million affected, including over 6.4 million in dire need for humanitarian aid. More than one-third of Pakistan is underwater, according to satellite images from the European Space Agency. Mighty Sparrow, the undisputed Calypso King of the world, was baptized on Saturday at Far Rockaway Beach in Queens, New York. According to media reports, 87-year-old Sparrow, whose real name is Slinger Francisco, now resides in Queens, and he was dressed in all white for the water baptism, and he is now known as Brother Francisco. Liz Truss will be the UK's next Prime Minister after winning the Conservative Party's leadership contest on Monday. She served as Boris Johnson's Foreign Secretary for the past year and won 57% of the votes of Conservative Party members to become its leader. That's it for now on the Daily Buzz. Thank you for joining me. Please stay safe and God bless.